I really hope, like, the things that they're saying are like, they're terrible. Like, I'd be like, yo, it's hard for me to even think that any of those things can be true. I don't want them to be true. Like, you know, they saying they're gonna pick him up next year. I don't want to see that man go to jail.
Dame Dash reacts to rumors that Jay-Z will be next to be in trouble after Diddy. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Olize. Don't forget to subscribe. So, Dame Dash has been speaking on his American News Network regarding Jay-Z after rumors that Jigga Man will be next after Diddy to be caught up in some legal difficulties. Similar to what Jaguar Wright has been saying. Like I said, he was speaking on his American News Network. He gets into the rumors and all that. Check it out.
I really hope, like, the things that they're saying are like, they're terrible. Like, I'd be like, yo, it's hard for me to even think that any of those things can be true. I don't want them to be true. Like, you know, they saying they're gonna pick him up next year. I don't want to see that man go to jail. As much as he's been, to me, you know, unfair toward, or not unfair, the way he with my money. I want to hope that that's the worst that he's been doing. I would never want to hear like Jay at a freak-off party. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They saying, and I just be wondering why he don't say nothing about it. The stuff that I'm hearing and I see daily in that algorithm, it's about his family. I don't even want to say all the stuff they saying, but it would be such another big blow for hip hop. Regardless of what, you know, perception-wise, Jay is also a pillar of hip hop. And if anything bad happens to him, then it's really gonna look crazy for hip hop. You know? So I would never want to think that he lost his soul to that extent. You know, this is someone I grew up with. No matter what, I don't wish if he was doing the crazy they're saying, then, you know, there's gonna always be some degree of recourse at some point. But I really hope that ain't true. You know, I would hate to think that the people that were in my world really had that degree of a secret, that they were completely different people than, you know, I was trying to empower. You know, like, there was a time pause that he inspired me. I mean, Jay's supposed to be my son's godfather. How does he do that to Boogie's, his godson's father? You know, so there are some levels that I know are dark, but again, I'm just hoping that it's not that dark. Cause I hear the stuff that Jaguar says, and she be on like 10 toes down, like not allegedly. So the things she's saying, and she be like, no allegedly, like no Diddy pause, or like, you know, like, you know, they be like, no allegedly. I would think that they could shut that down. So I'm curious now. I'm not saying it's true or not. Like, why do we all have to wait? I don't want to wait. Just tell us what happened, or tell us it didn't happen. See something. Not just y'all, anyone that's being accused of that. Because we definitely want to know. The whole world wants to know. But when people start resigning and people start erasing their Twitters, then it just starts to look suspicious, and, you know, it makes people ask questions.
Yeah, fam. And I'll leave a link in the description so you can watch that whole interview in full on the American News Network. But Dame was pretty much almost in disbelief the thought that somebody he was so close to from the streets could ever be involved in anything like freak-offs and any other allegation that Diddy's been involved in. But Dame's right, it would be a major blow for hip-hop if after Diddy, because we all know Diddy's gonna do some time. It's just about how much. But after Diddy, if a big figure like Jigga started to have cases piling up, FBI would take notice. It would be crazy. I think that would be just as big, if not bigger, shock than Diddy. Because we all know Diddy was out here moving a bit crazy. Almost acting like he was a young man, but he was in his 50s having freak-offs. Whereas Jay-Z, he's a bit more measured, bit calmer. But another point that Dame Dash made that made me really think. Jaguar Wright has been saying stuff about all sorts of celebrities out there. And to my knowledge, she has not been sued. I mean, how do you say the stuff about Will Smith and Jay-Z, Beyonce, and you're not getting dragged through court every week? But to my knowledge, she's not really having any issues. Could it be because they're scared that what she's saying is correct? Because like Dame said, she doesn't even say allegedly. Everybody hides behind allegedly. But we'll see down the line what happens to Jaguar Wright. It's all a bit suspicious. But you gotta tip your hat to Dame because he had a suspicious picture released after the whole Diddy indictment and Diddy getting locked up, where he was sitting on a big bed with Aaliyah and Diddy, Jennifer Lopez and others. And he came out, explained exactly what it was, what he did that day and when he left, and there was no freak-offs involved. But he's questioned all these other celebrities like a Jay-Z, Kevin Hart and co. Why they haven't come out, whether deny or accept, yeah, I was in a freak-offs. Everyone's just staying quiet and it just looks very suspicious. He mentioned all the executives as well resigning, deleting their Twitter pages. But in my opinion and in defense of Jay-Z, if he was to come out with a statement saying I wasn't involved in any Diddy parties, for one, it would be throwing his friend under the bus. And secondly, any answer could be misconstrued into a whole different story. People will be saying, why is he coming out with a statement? He must have something to hide. So it's better off just staying quiet. But yeah, Dame Dash speaks on Jay-Z, all the rumors of him potentially being in some sort of freak-offs as well. As much as Dame Dash said he hopes Jay has nothing to do with any of that stuff, I think he quietly wouldn't mind Jay-Z getting into a little bit of trouble. Because Dame himself said Jay has purposely blocked a lot of money for him to make over the years. So there's got to be a little bit of resentment. But that's just my opinion. I want to know yours. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.